Alafia. I'm Philip John Nymark, the founder of the IFA Foundation International. I'd like to welcome you to the first iteration for the new year of the weekly ifascope. I'll tell you, time flies, weeks turn into months, turn into years, and it's now been almost 37 years, I guess, I've been doing this. It all works out pretty well. But I'll tell you, having moved to Florida, wearing sweaters like this, we're having a real cold spell here right now for a few days. It's going to go away, but you're caught in the backlash just as I am. So buckle up your sweaters and let's see what's going on. Now, one of the things that I want to talk to you about is my joy over the holidays being over. I wrote something about it, and I thought it was kind of cute, even though it was very accurate as well. Telling people why I was just, thrilled that finally a mail arrives on time. The stores are open, deliveries are made, the phone rings, etc., etc., etc. And it's not now. I felt that way, since I got done as a child, getting my Christmas presents. But at any rate, I've always preferred the ability to go and, get it done. And with the internet, everything is just, is there. The problem is too much is there. And, you really have to get rid of all of the nonsense. You really have to be a hard judge of character. You really have to take into consideration, people that have been, in business, for example, or, doing this kind of spiritual work for almost 40 years. I mean, that's what the foundation has done. And, I won't go through all the, things we've, given you. I was going to say, but I guess I'm going to have to use that. But that we've developed and, figured out over the years, each and every one, has made you either a better member of the community or, a better priest or a better, diviner or whatever. And now we're in 2016, and it looks like a very chaotic year. I don't think it's going to be as chaotic as we feared, but I think that it's going to be as chaotic, and it's going to be up our alley to be the ones that keep in contact with that, and that let others know that there is a way, to combat it, to deal with it, to to keep things moving in a way that brings us a better life, and and quit worrying, as if the roof is going to fall in. But in the meantime, have your house checked. So we're kind of the house check here. And I think, by the way, if they finally get the handle on the climate control and other kinds of things, and if we, end this, nonsensical threat from, the Far East, things will settle down, and it should be, a time for great peace and great understanding. But more than that, a time for us to get together with our family, with the people that we love, with the people that we care about, to have a real appreciation for the first time in a long time, of our natural resources, of the beauty of what we have, and the inherent joy in keeping it going, not letting it be destroyed, or as much as possible. So, having said all that, it's kind of unfortunate in a way that this week's reading is EB, because this week's reading is Otura Meiji. Now, Otura has a lot of different meanings to a lot of you, but we employ not only those meanings which are described to in the books, but those that we see change as time goes on, and I have seen, and we have seen, and and my diviners are told that when a Torah comes up, it's a time for you to present your ideas and the things that you have to complete in front of others before you do it. People want to know, well, why should I tell other people what I'm doing? Well, because in today's world, they're going to hear about it anyway in a second. You're going to be on some silly jackboard. Somebody's will be telling lies, and some will be telling the truth, and on and on and on. So you might as well get it out there. And it seems to me, and it seems to us, that getting it out there is a very promising thing, because what it suggests to me is that those people that are against what we do, no matter what we do, are not going to listen. But the whole group of people that have heard bad things or who don't know that much about it, are very skeptical. In this way, they can listen to what we have to say beforehand. They can vent. They can, contribute. They can, even give us good ideas for how to navigate this path ourselves. So that's what it's about. It's about taking Otura, and on the emotional, spiritual side, as well as the temporal side, being open, being honest, something that very few of us do. I mean, it's kind of sad, but very few of us do it. It KBB with Oiku Hirosun, which is a sign that said, hey, pay some attention to your ancestors, and then look carefully at what you have to do. I think that the ancestors are always, helpful, because they have this thousands of year picture about what went on, and they're willing to help us. And in the Yoruba family of people, it's a given. I mean, they communicate, with their ancestors in the same way they communicate with their wife, or their children, or what have you. And so utilize the ancestors on this, and then make sure you got it right. That's what it's all about. So otherwise, the impact is going to be on our success, and that success in both the temporal as well as the emotional, spiritual side, and that's no good. We don't want to be caught there. So let's get it straightened out. The hard thing here, by the way, was finding out who to give the offering to. All right, and finally it was Eshu. So it seemed to me that Eshu's having fun of his community, his laughing, his general demeanor would get us out of the doldrums of fear and skepticism that we have, and we can go forward with this. At least that's the premise that we're working on. So it's a strange offering, because it's a small meal. I want you to take, excuse me, a plate, fix it with those things you're serving it, put the plate down in front of Eshu, or whatever serves for Eshu in your home. If you're lucky enough to have an Eshu, then go ahead and do it. And partake in a meal with Eshu. Discuss with Eshu what it is you want to do. Discuss why you want to do it. Or even if you don't know, discuss the fact that you don't know, and you're looking for the reason, of the understanding of why you could do it, or why you should do it. All right? You need a single candle, light it. You need Eshu, one way or the other. You need a glass of water, and you need a small dish with a little bit of whatever it is you're eating, and the common sense of discussing it with a shoe, and then leave it there for a day or a day and a half and get rid of it. Take it to the garbage or out in the street, which belongs to a shoe, and let it go. All right? Until next time, love and blessings.